told you the other time, Tinubu is vulnerable as it is now. All manner of vultures, all manner of scavengers, they will be coming to him to give him a good image. All you needed is to go through some of his media aids, and we want to do something for the president too, and they will mobilize them, and they will go to town and start insulting everybody, not knowing that they are demarcating Tinubu. By saying all these things, they are now directing the people's mind and the people's intelligence towards what they are saying. Please, precious, what is wrong in somebody telling Tinubu, let us know who you are? Is that a crime? Because as of today, nobody knows. Nobody knows. After that interview, there was a question and answer session which will be granted. And Obi went from primary school to his village, to his parents, the name they gave him and everything. Even the school he went to, UNN, he mentioned those he attended the school with. Osoludo and the Mefiele. He even said that the deputy VC, the two of them, are the people he left that school with. They are now the deputy VC in UNN. Please, what is wrong in somebody saying that? It doesn't not clear the air. Even when APC propagandists were in town telling everybody that Obi did not submit his university degree certificate, Obi said he submitted everything, including the one he got from Lagos Business School, the one he got from Oxford, the one he got from Harvard, and other is even on the internet. And he said he will give it to the press as at that time before he will leave that place. I listened to him. Nobody have come to say it is a lie, yo. What Obi told us is not true. Nobody. And somebody said, Tinubu, do the same thing. You didn't come for interview during your campaign. You didn't come. Please, how can you be? Are you helping Tinubu? You know, this is like it's like somebody's shadow. You can't run away from your shadow. If Tinubu does not clear this thing now, it will haunt him forever. Precious. That is what these people don't know. Tinubu will go outside this country one day, and the press will descend on him. They want to know, because that is what the press is to find out. That is what leadership is all about.
Mr. Darlington, we are addressing what your Igbo sister said. So go ahead and address that.
Yeah,
please.
that's what I'm telling her. That's what I'm telling her now, that she's not helping Tinubu. In fact, if I were Tinubu, I would tell everybody to shut up. They are not helping him. Look at what they are telling about him. That why should he come and tell us where he came from? Who is he? What is wrong in that? Is that not a given? Where we copy the democracy, is that how they run it, that anybody that can just come, muzzle his way into the presidency and take office and begin to lord it over us, and nobody should ask question? Even in the zombie territory, it is not like this. I'm telling you, even in zombie territory, nobody runs a government like this. Do you know that if Tinubu should come out today and explain things about himself, nobody will talk again? Just like Atiku did, just like Obi did. But you just keep quiet. That means you have nothing to say, and you want people to keep quiet. All these people that are, doing all this, they are not helping him. I've said it. They are not helping him. Rather, they are messing up the whole thing. So the earlier Tinubu speak, the better. P2B have challenged him. What is wrong in saying where you come from? Who is your parents? Your name and everything. What is wrong there, please? What is wrong? Somebody should tell me what is wrong in it. Let us start from there, before Onochie will start talking anyhow. And I'm very, very disappointed. I never expected this type of language from Onochie as a woman.
We've not entered her part first. Sorry, no vex.
This other Igbo leader, Igbo group, I don't know where they came from. Anybody can become an Igbo group now. Anybody, yes, anybody can become an Igbo group. I don't know where they came from. I don't know the identity. Are they saying that thing with good conscience? Are they helping Nigeria? What they said, is it good for the country, or is it their selfish interest? Nigeria is not Tinubu. What they are talking about is the soul of Nigeria. Look at what this thing has cost our people abroad. Every Nigerian now is a suspect in the Western world. Because if this type of thing can be attributed to the number one person in Nigeria, you can imagine what the people in the lower rung are doing. That is the impression that has been created before the international community. Every Nigerian now is a scammer. They have called on this show and told us what they are going through. They have called. Is that what this evil group are saying we should condone? We should not find out so that this thing will be put. Do you know that by the time this thing is resolved in the favor of Tinubu and is found to be true and all that, it will help. The negative image will come to an end. But when it was not logically concluded, it will continue to fester. I don't know how many groups are coming up again to come and tell us stories. Are they supposed to be speaking for Tinubu? What is wrong with him? It's a 5-minute speech. Tell us all these things. Then we'll go and verify. It's as simple as that. Everything, you just get quiet and you allow people to be messing up the whole thing. Some people are speaking from both sides of your mouth. Pressure, there's something that happened, wasn't it last Sunday? One of his supporters, do you know what he said? He said that the lady that signed that certificate, that she signed it in anticipation that she will be coming to CSU 17 years after.
She wasn't even a doctor yet.
I said,
and she doesn't even know she was going to be a doctor yet.
I flipped over. It was on Esther's show. I said I flipped over. Unfortunately, these are Citizen Jones people, though. After insulting all the lawyers, this was what he said. I want to see what my friend Libros Oshomo and Evans Ofeli will say, because he's a member in Palo show. He said that thing. I began to ask myself, come. Somebody who was in the Columbia University signed a document that somebody obtained 17 years after, before she came to that university. How did he know that the lady is coming there? Precious. You can imagine the level of.
All right, so Mr. Darlington, let's go straight to, because now that you're saying this, it just brings me to mind, the BBC report yesterday that exonerated the president of any forgery. That report. So the BBC did release a report yesterday exonerating, or saying that they have fact checked the president's certificate and it is not fake. And then they even went ahead, they said a lot. In fact, they said the CSU released several diplomas issued between 1979 and 2003, and they said they analyzed all of them. There are 3 different diplomas from Mr. Tinubu that they refer throughout their analysis. The original one from 1979, which he has said in the past was lost, which the president has said in the past was lost, even though, I'm taking it personal, this is not their word now, even though the school at that time said, or during the position said, the president had not claimed any certificate from, there is no evidence that the president had collected any certificate yet from them. But they are now also quoting the fact that, the certificate that the president said had lost when he was into exile in 1990s. Now, the second one that he submitted in INEC, supposedly a replacement diploma from CSU, it is similar to diploma issued by CSU in the 1990s. So the INEC one is similar to the 1990s. However, it's a signatory that is a problem. Additionally, it says CSU holds another replacement diploma from Mr. Tinubu that they say is probably from the early 2000s that he never collected. The allegations on social media are based on, these comparisons. But then again, all right. Yeah, there's a lot to that conversation. I know that both the Labour Party, the AP, the PDP, they've all reacted to that BBC interview, calling it a hatchet job, that it is not properly done. I'd like to take a reaction.
Of course.
Not like I don't know what you would have thought anyway.
Because it is obvious. You cannot hide the lies for too long. Eventually, truth will catch up with it. I told you here that all manner of people will be coming forward now. I don't know whose interest they are serving. Is it Nigerian interest or Tinubu's interest? How can a whole BBC do this type of shoddy job?
But that job cannot be, if they were not certain of their job. We all know that BBC cannot, put up a job that cannot be verifiable.
No.
If they were not sure of their sources, they wouldn't.
Don't tell me that BBC is infallible. Don't tell me that though.
I never said the word though.
So what are you now saying that is you are not so? What?
But I know
now that we are dissecting what they have done, have they? If the man came in with the defective credentials, then there is no need in telling us that he attended your school and he graduated from there. There is no need. If you like, let him get a professorship there. It is null and void. We have seen it. There was even some boys who did it in one of the Nigerian universities. He came in there through the back door. Every this thing, when the Senate want to check files and all that, they will pay somebody, they will hide his file. During graduation, you know that if your file is done before the Senate, and you are not graduating. You are not, because that day everything will be exposed. He spent 5 years doing nothing in that school because all the credentials were defective. So what are you telling me? Or am I not making sense here? All this thing that they say he graduated, he left the school. Yes, the school have a record of Bola Tinubu who attended their school. They have a record. That's what they are looking at. All this thing that his defenders are talking, they are trying to deceive themselves, not me. There is a Bola Tinubu who went to that school, who graduated from that school. That one is certain. But is it the same Tinubu in Aso Rock? That is what the school said they cannot authenticate.
How come it is? How come the school also did say that the Bola Tinubu is yet to also collect their certificate?
You should not ask Tinubu.
Or there is no evidence.
You should ask him because by now, like I said the other time, Tinubu should have gone to that school and said, please, I want the original certificate of my DC, of my graduation. I need it now. Look at what is costing me. Even they say you can go online and fill for it. Why haven't his lawyers advised him to do so? Please. These are very simple matter, but because, like I told you, you cannot put nothing on something. Tinubu cannot face that university. He can't face them. He cannot. That is the crux of the matter. If not, he would have gone for his certificate now, since he got first class.
But if he cannot face them, why would they be the same people that would, also defend him and say indeed that he graduated from their school? If you think he cannot face them.
You are coming again. They said Bola Tinubu graduated from their school. Is that not a point? The lady that brought transcript from from Southwest College, that is the person they are talking about. And because that lady is late now, that is why this controversy have lingered for too long. All
right, so let's go to the next conversation. I'm sure you already did hear that some groups in the APC is actually saying that President Bola Tinubu's identity issue or problem does not require a reintroduction. That it is just a figment of the imagination or origination of both Atiku Abubakar and Peter Obi. That Peter Obi, the president, they said, in fact, quoting them, that they said the president Tinubu does not need a reintroduction because he does not have any identity problem except the one contrived by former Vice President Atiku Abubakar of the People's Democratic Party and Peter Obi of the Labour Party, only etched a script authored by Atiku at his news conference. He said, APC in a statement by his spokesperson Felix Mooka said, at his press conference on Wednesday, Obi blathered on what President Tinubu's identity and academic records were, like a broken voice, not of Atiku Abubakar. Bottom line, they're saying that a lot of Nigerians voted for Tinubu and they know him. They don't have a problem with his identity. Why is it Peter Obi and Atiku Abubakar making a case about the president's identity? Would you like to react to that very quickly before we go to your sister Loretta?
It is very, very funny. What the APC people are doing, they are being funny. They are being clever by half. I'm telling you. These APC people, are they telling me that if the table were to turn now, they will not make the same inquiry? If this thing is about Peter Obi now, you mean they will keep quiet? Already they are asking him why he did not present his university certificate to the same people. Even when the man genuinely obtained his degree from UNN and he had presented it to, look at, they are just catching at straws. A drowning man catches at straws. They are just looking at something, irrelevant issues. Instead of them to face the real issue, are they helping Tinubu? That is my question. They are not helping Tinubu, serious. They are not. Because each time they say this thing, they tell everybody their level of wisdom and intelligence. He does not need any. Has he introduced himself? Did he come for debate? Throughout the campaign, all the presidential candidates, they came for debate. Tinubu never attended any. Everything was hush-hush. Everything was hush-hush until he entered Aso Rock. And you know what how the election panned out. For the first time in the history of this country, the three major contestants in the election, all of them pulled 12 states. 12 states making 36. And you are now telling me that it was not stage managed. All this talk by APC, they are not helping Nigeria. They are not. We will not grow with this type of party. We will not grow. Everything you just cover.
All right. So in another development, the president and his legal team have asked the Supreme Court to dismiss the appeal by Atiku Abubakar. In fact, in their words, they said that the president that Atiku Abubakar cooked up allegations against him, so they should dismiss that his appeal and his allegations. That statement is quite lengthy, but I wouldn't bore you with reading it. Would you like to react to that? This is actually, more like a fresh.
They want to counter what Atiku presented. But it does not hold water. The truth is out there. Precious, the truth is, whatever will come out of this matter, we make or mar our judiciary. Because everybody saw what the court did in America. After waiting for them to do all their gymnastics, trying to sabotage the American judiciary, Nancy Maldonado now ruled. She did not just, he gave a specific timeline.
But Mr. Darlington, you cannot say somebody was trying to sabotage without proof now.
Oh, when you are telling the court not to do their work, that they should delay the judgment of a matter before them, and after they have ruled, you are now going from one court to the other, looking for appeal, until the woman say, look, don't bring this any appeal before me again. No, you have done enough. What is that?
So going back to the question I asked, you'd recall that this fresh reaction from the president comes, like I think this is about 2-3 weeks now after the Labour Party, the PDP, and the Labour Party, the PDP, that is Atiku Abubakar and Peter Obi, did appeal to the Supreme Court alongside APM too. So this is like his response to the appeal. That the appeals should be dismissed, and that Atiku is cooking up allegations against him, that Atiku came second, that by the records and what the constitutional requirements, he met all the requirements by the number of votes and the states that he won in the election.
He did not. Of course,
Mr. Darlington, if you say he did not, you give me proof in this studio before we leave.
Good,
so give me the proof.
Good. If he did, it will not be in contest. Precious, all the elections that were conducted on the 25th of February and on the 18th of March, are all of them in contention? Please answer me.
Do you also recall that this year's election has the highest litigation so far?
Because of what happened. That's why people are shouting fraud. That is why people are shouting fraud. If the right thing were to be done, nobody will talk. Is that not true? I know Peter Obi, he's a gentleman. He won't have time to go, like he has always said. It is not about the win, the process. The process of your winning. That is what Obi is contesting. That's what he's challenging. That is what Obi is challenging. How did you win? Precious, there was one of our ladies who is an athlete, Okagbere. You know her. She went to this Commonwealth game, and she did perform wonders, and they collected trophies. After that, she was tested for doping, and she failed. And because of that, the athletic body did not even waste time. They did not even remove.
Okagbere's case is not the first case. Anybody who's I just gave you
that example for you to know. They did not just withdraw the this thing from her. They banned her for 10 years. And I'm sure by the time that lady will come back, she may not even do any athletic again. She would have added weight here and there. Please, is that not a good example? So if the process of your winning is fraudulent, why must we allow you to enjoy it? Is there something about precedent? That is what everybody is saying. We are talking of a decent society. Is that how we are going to get a decent society? By allowing the illegality that is staring us in the face. All the things that was done by this scandal, has it been addressed by APC people, and people are still talking? Let them address it. If they address it and satisfactory, everybody will go home. But if it is not, it will continue till the kingdom come. Our children will continue to talk about it. History will write about it. Posterity will talk about it. It will never go away. Precious, it will never go away. Quote me, it will never. No matter how long it takes, it will never.
So now that the APC has replied to the appeal of Atiku Abubakar, what do we think that means? What I don't know, but let's not be sub judice. Let's not try to be sub judice. Let's wait and see what the court's response or the appeal court's response would be. Perhaps they have a point, by saying that they were able to live up to the constitutional requirements, every necessary requirement on the votes cast to be declared winners of the election.
No, they did not. They did not. The only certificate, the only certificate they presented is now in contention. The school that gave it to them, he said that they didn't give it to him. Is that not an issue? No primary, no secondary.
All right, Mr. Darlington, let's go straight to your sister. Let's go straight to your sister, Loretta Onochie. So, the immediate past chairman of the governing board, Niger Delta Development Commission, Loretta Onochie, has stated that the presidential candidate of the Labour Party, Peter Obi, will never, in her words, you would recall that this is not the first time she's even talking to the presidential candidate of the Labour Party. Her words now, she said he would never be declared the president of Nigeria. Onochie made the statement on Wednesday, yesterday, sequel to Obi's press conference, during which he challenged President Tinubu to reveal his true identity to Nigerians, to the people he's ruling. Yes, so let me she did say a lot in on her Twitter handle, quoting Hannah. She says, "Go home, Peter Obi. You will never be declared president of our great nation. Apart from the simple fact that you came a distant third, you don't deserve to lead our nation. Your temperament and disposition are not the attributes needed to lead a diverse nation such as Nigeria." Quoting her further, she went on to lament. She lamented that under Obi's watch, the Southeast became a war zone and the economy and property of residents were destroyed. I was now wondering, is Peter Obi the president of the Southeast? But that's actually what she said here. She further said, "You failed Anambra," quoting her now. "You can't even lead the Southeast. Under your nose, the Southeast became a war zone. A once vibrant economy built on hard work was destroyed. Lives and properties are ruined. Shelve your desperation. Your ambition is beyond what you deserve. It will never come to pass," Loretta said. Onochie criticized the former Anambra State Governor, the Labour Party presidential candidate, all right, for labeling the move, and also asked that criticize him and said that the fact that he could call Peter Obi's the president to identify himself, that's the most idiotic request, asking the president to come and identify himself. That's the most, in her words, idiotic request. She also berated why Obi would question Tinubu, who, having served as a two-term governor of Lagos State, was cleared of security checks. In fact, she said, that message is plenty things she said, but I would have loved to get through to all of them. She said, how can you come low to the level of gullible followers to begin this late in the day to question the identity of a man who was checked by our security operatives and cleared twice to govern the most successful cosmopolitan city in Nigeria, Lagos State? If you can come on national TV to question the identity of a man who was cleared by all our security operatives to become a senator of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, that's enough justification and validation for your resounding rejection at the poll in 2023. Onochie wrote, "Finally, you want to know our president's true identity? Well, his name is Nemesis Jupiter." Wait, I wanted to shout Apple. That's like an exclamation in Bayelsa State. All right. He said his father, Kama, is the king of Jupiter, who married Nemesis, mother from Mars. When Mr. President was 25 years old, his family came from Jupiter to swim at the Bar Beach in Lagos. They left him at the bar beach to fend for himself. So at 25, he did not go to primary, secondary school and tertiary institution. I hope you're now happy, right? Just go home, Peter. Put your feet up and enjoy your retirement and grandchildren, as I am doing. So, you know, a lot of reactions, but well, I don't want to preempt you, but I'm wondering, this is not the first time Loretta Onochie is saying this to the president, but what I really do pick from what she says is her choice of words most times. She doesn't seem to sound gracious in her words. She oftentimes come off uncouth. I don't know, but then let's take a listen to your reaction.
Precious, please. I don't know that lady very well, but I've been hearing about her even when she was this special advisor on new media under Buhari. She didn't come out as a decent human being.
But what did she do that was indecent? Indecent?
Please, that kind of words, I can't even do it here. I can't use those words. I don't even want to repeat it. P2B have media advisors. They can reply her, but me, I won't. I will advise P2B not to even answer her. P2B should not even talk to her. Look, all she said here is the attribute of a sycophant who is trying to please his principal. But she's doing it the wrong way. Look at what she said about Jupiter, Karma, Nemesis. And that is the principal. Look at how she is trying to now validate her principal. I wonder what Tinubu and his other media men are going to tell her. Look at the way she described how Tinubu came into this world. Is it proper? To her now, she have made a very good point.
That was sarcastic. Though.
I'm telling what no.
But that was sarcastic.
That is not even how to go about it. Seriously. Do you want me to begin to analyze those words, all those Greek gods she was using to describe Tinubu's parents and himself? Is it how a lady should talk? The daughter of a pastor? No. This circumference, it is going too far. This is why I will advise Tinubu, tell your media men to shut up for once. They have said that they have done enough damage. Seriously, this is not how to defend a man who is into a very serious issue here. They are even making mess of the whole thing. I'm telling you, Tinubu, I am telling you, advise all those media directorates, tell them to shut up. You can speak for yourself. Look at what they are saying from both sides of their mouth. I just told you what one of them said about the signature on your certificate. That the woman that signed it was anticipating that she will come to that university. That was why they took the certificate to her to go and sign in another university. 17 years before she now came to where Tinubu graduated. Precious, please, what is the wisdom and intelligence in that type of statement? And this is a chartered accountant. You can imagine. These are the type of people defending Tinubu. Look at. So please, I don't even want to go into details of what narrator Onochie said. People have already answered her. Her kind have already answered her on social media. I don't dwell on such inanities, please. It is not I can't go there. I can't go that low. She went to just to justify the NDDC job. Is that not? Please, other people that have got appointment from Tinubu that have distanced themselves, even the information minister, have not even gone this far in vulgarism. He has not even gone this far. Just for her to prove that she loved Tinubu more than any other person. How can Nigeria be great with this type of infamy going on? Tell me how. Look at the Onochie talking of a great country that you are doing everything to destroy. Look, all you said about P2B was P2B in office when insecurity started in the southeast. Throughout P2B's 8 years in office, to tell you that this lady, I don't know where she's coming from. All the things that P2B did in Anambra, which is what is promoting him today, she didn't make reference to them. Is P2B anywhere as a governor in the southeast today? as to say that this thing are happening under his watch. You left the leprosy that is worrying Nigeria and you are running after rashes. How did the P2B contribute to what is going on in the southeast? Tell me, please. She didn't explain. Just for you to know that this lady, in fact, I wish somebody will pick her on, not me. Okay. You won't hear that thing from me.
All right. So, lastly, before we open the phone lines, the Minister for Information is saying that Tinubu is very passionate about rebranding Nigeria, but Nigerians don't believe what their leaders say anymore. So the Information Minister, Mohammed Idris, called on Nigerians to imbibe value, reorientation and patriotism to enhance the unity and progress of the country. He said, quoting him now, "We have reached a level where Nigerians don't believe in what their leaders tell them." So the Information Minister said. He said, so the starting point for me is to restore that confidence, especially in government communication, and that can be achieved once you are honest, truthful, and patriotic in the cause for a better Nigeria. That's what he said. The minister said it was not for nothing that President Bola Ahmed Tinubu renamed the Ministry of Information, and National Orientation, so that we will begin to orientate. There should be constant orientation given to people, and that's an orientation mandate. So he did say a lot. Yep. So that President Tinubu is actually very passionate in, serving the country. Just that people no longer believe their leaders. Would you like to react to that quickly?
This Information Minister, the only credit I can give him is that he's not like the former one called Lai Mohammed. He has been very circumspect in speaking. But what he said is what I disagree with. Telling us that somebody wants to rebrand Nigeria. Please, do you rebrand Nigeria in falsehood? Do you rebrand Nigeria in scandal? Do you rebrand Nigeria in deceit? With what is going on now, how can Nigeria be rebranded?
What is the proof of deceit, falsehood, and...
what is going on now that somebody is not talking? Is that how to rebrand Nigeria? Rebranding Nigeria means that the man at the helm of affairs should be seen as above board, like Caesar's wife. If Nigerians cannot see him in that light, then what are you rebranding? What example are you giving? The minister just wanted to say something, though he had not been like the other man who will defend the indefendable. He has been very quiet. It's even media aides that are talking more than, I don't know how many they are now. Around they are 10. They have been creating a whole directorate, all for propaganda purpose. Is that how to rebrand? Is that how to rebrand Nigeria? What are they doing? Look at what they are saying now. What Onochie said, is that not part of the propaganda? No, tell me. When Atiku raised the alarm, what do you think he was saying? They just sacked the NCC chairman, Dambata, without giving any reason. Apparently, he doesn't fit into the new this thing.
All right. So Lagos, the phone lines are open. Let's begin to take your thoughts.
Is not coming. No.
All right. So let's begin to take your thoughts and your reactions. Phone lines are now open. You've heard all the conversations that we have this evening. Let me run it through quickly again, just in case you missed out at the beginning. We told you CSU certificate. It's an insult calling out Tinubu. It is very insulting for you to call out Tinubu. APC Igbo Group tells Peter Obi. And I also did tell you concerning that Atiku Obi made up Tinubu's identity crisis. There's no identity crisis here. It is just made up by Atiku and Peter Obi. President, very well known by Nigerians. APC is saying this. This statement is credited to APC. And of course, we did tell you what Loretta Onochie said about Peter Obi. He said you can never be president of Nigeria. And we also did tell you that, APC, Labour Party, PDP and Labour Party have been reacting to the certificate forgery fact checkers by BBC report, the report by the BBC. Phone lines are now open, Lagos. Let's get to take your thoughts and reactions. 0700 903 903 903 is the number to call. That is the direct line. 0700 903 903 903, and the WhatsApp line is 0700 903 9039. That is 0700 903 9039. Hello, good evening. Hello. All right, I think you're not ready to talk. Hello, good evening.
Hello, good evening.
Good evening, welcome. What's your name, sir? Where are you calling from?
It's John calling from Misoro.
You're welcome.
Good evening, man.
Good evening, sir. Welcome, sir. Go ahead.
I want to speak with Mr. Darlington. I will beg Mr. Darlington. I'm a really typical Obama. I remember this. These are our presidents that govern us, mostly APC party members. A person who be a governor, which a deputy governor purposely resigns from him. You know that they are using there. When they are talking of drug abuse, they are still talking about this man. When they are talking of school certificates, they are still talking about this man. When they are now talking of Chicago certificates, they are still talking about this man. I beg Mr. Darlington to leave them for God. May God judge every one of us. Whatever we did, whatever we planned, shall repeat.
You did not tell me your name. I can't remember if you told me your name. What's your name, sir?
I told you my name.
Oh.
I'm John calling from Misolo.
Okay, Johnny.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Okay, dear.
Thank you for your contribution. I appreciate
that's
it.
the
So
fact.
whatever they plant, they must see it. Because these are what they are planting in the time of Obasanjo also. In with all this social money. I did this one of them in another party win. These people, they don't turn this country to war. May God help any one of us by the grace of God.
Thank you. I appreciate you. Thank you very much. All right, let me go to my WhatsApp messages now because I have a lot of them before I go back to the phone lines. All right. This WhatsApp message here does say, good evening, Precious. Let the Bothed Igbo group. No, did you say Bothed? That is who Bothed. Oh, goodness, you guys will not kill me. Know that Peter Obi, okay, he said, let them know that Peter Obi is not speaking for the Igbo. He is speaking for Nigeria. Let the group keep quiet. By Odaba, he said BBC should understand what is at stake, and there is no forgery. Okay, he said if there is no forgery, they should present documents to show us that there is no forgery. I appreciate you. Hello, good evening. Hello, good evening. Hello, oh dear, I lost that. Hello, good evening.
Good evening, Sister Precious.
Good evening, Mr. Stab. How are you?
I'm fine. Barrister, dear Barrister, how are you doing? Darlington.
I'm trying to be good.
Sister Precious, how is your mental health? I hope you are okay now.
It's been crazy. It's really been crazy, but I'm trying to take it one day at a time. I appreciate it. Thank you.
Please do. We need you around us.
Thank you.
You said a mouthful this afternoon or this evening. I feel like our president should just do us all a favor because of our mental health. We are all having some mental issue now, and mental somersault based on one man's indiscretion. Please, if you listen to I was listening to the news this evening, one of the Igbo group, all the things they said about Peter Obi, if you just change the name, remove Peter Obi, and put our president name in there, our president fits into all those things that they were saying about Peter Obi. And Norita Onochie, the same thing. Everything that she's saying about Peter Obi, if you just change the name,
exactly,
it fit perfectly. It fit perfectly. That just there's no two ways about it. So I think I think it's about time that you come clean, because in America or in the advanced country, you cannot have all these baggages and still be functional. You can't. The system will not even allow you. Look at what BBC just did. BBC in London, the former Prime Minister, I forgot his name now,
Boris Johnson.
Boris Johnson, because of his transgression with respect to COVID-19, he was forced to leave office. Just that scandal alone. In other countries, things like this, you can't even survive. Our governor here in New York, former Governor Cuomo, due to sex allegations, he has to resign. he resigned. You understand? So you don't operate like that. You have to bring integrity to the system. But if you are ruling the people without the integrity, the international community will not come to the country to do business, because they see us as liars. Even here now, we are all under pressure because we don't even know who's going to accuse us of certificate forgery. Yeah, the other day, my friend's wife was asked by somebody, say, where's she from? She said she's from Ghana because she's a Nigerian. She said she's from Ghana because she didn't want to be identified with the scandal that is going all over the world now concerning our country. We need sanity, and the people in leadership right now, they need to see that we all have to be in the same boat and swim safely. That's my contribution this afternoon. God bless you,
so much,
madam.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, then I'll go through some messages. Let me get to YouTube now, where we have Prince Trinity Shitu, I see you, and then Olamide Babalola, yeah, I see you too. But then Ndu Odiaka says BBC Africa is different from the main BBC.
Exactly.
While the BBC's broadcasting, BBC Africa is broadcasting things about Africa. CSU says they never issued INEC certificate. Green Envy is a conglomerate. It's all together. So I mean, the employment still comes from BBC.
I am sure they will put up a
Green
statement.
Envy says, I can see clearly that although Atiku is free to drag President Tinubu before the courts everywhere, but P2P calls out a dubious imposter. I don't understand. Oh yeah, let me skip that there. It's not me that people put in trouble. Azi Good News says, good evening, Precious and Mr. Darlington. Please, Precious, help me ask she I don't understand. Help me ask her. Is she God? What if Obi becomes president in Nigeria? What will happen? What can that do? What can she do? Thereabout. And then he says, okay, Michael says, Bola Ahmed Tinubu's social security number may not be the same as the one on the transcript from the Southern College, right? There might be, you said there might have been an altercation. Namfam says, good evening, Precious. You see the APC man who called Nigerians stupid on national television, He said BBC will not see those ones now and disqualify them. If it's somebody that says it to the president now, they will disqualify. NBC rather, they will say they will sanction the station. Blessing now says, I beg this woman should go and rest. Mafan says, good evening, Precious. See what she was saying. Nigeria is going down. You said a lot. Charity Adaku says the woman is. I'm not going to read your message, Joe. Okay, your messages are so much. I appreciate you. There is need to treat this matter very well. Our so-called president in the act. Okay, in fact, you people, I beg, let me take a break and take more calls because your messages, I need to be censoring my eyes before reading it. Hello, good evening to you.
Hello, good evening, Precious Onochie.
You never tire. You supposed don't tire by now. You're supposed not tire to the names right now.
Your Niger Delta sister.
I wonder.
Okay.
After Sariduku.
Now you're former leader now.
I hear you, sir.
At least the video now.
No. Well done.
At least you don't answer no. It shows that you're a family member.
Yes.
Well done. Welcome, Nadu. Go ahead. Let's hear you.
You see, if I ask whether step down, then I go.
Step down, deal. Better step down, no. Better step down. Why would we get step down?
Okay, it's nice. I go wait for that one. But my talk small.
Okay.
You see where we are now, where we are today, is because of this. People covering the truth. When they hear BBC, check the name of the 3 journalists they said, all Nigerians.
Yes, exactly.
Check the name of the 3 journalists, all Nigerians. They just say it's BBC. They should say BBC Africa. Let's differentiate
Nigeria.
BBC Nigeria, I meant to say.
Yes.
You know, let's differentiate the fact who went. Because you cannot hide under somebody's canopy and say you do this. So, I'm just tired of this country because look at the country where a country where a young man who picked millions of dollars naira in Kano, what they used to pay him back is getting him,
4 wives.
giving him 3 wives. Or
Four.
wives.
And he said he may marry all of them. By the way, that's an update. Thank you for reminding me. He said he might actually marry the 4 of them.
Okay, you see, this is the kind of country we are running. You use woman, somebody's daughter,
that's a gift,
to reward somebody of money he returned back. Instead of establishing that guy, this woman you give him,
is a body.
Are you going to give him something to feed them? Because even if you give him 2 million now, he's going in the next few months, he's going to run out of cash when they have 4 wives. Instead of building people, you are building him family, just to tell you the mentality of some people in somewhere in Nigeria. I always say, if these people concentrate in letting their people get married to get what they call it majority when it's come to election.
Yes, selfish
interest. This is what people. This is the kind of Nigeria we are today. We are in Nigeria where people are fighting the truth, fighting against those who are saying the truth. Where people goods, there is trending video. I don't know if you ever get to you, Precious. There is trending video where trucks that is carrying fruits, vegetables, perishable goods, stop on the roads for days and all perished in these trucks. It's not 1 truck, it's not 2 trucks. Carrots, vegetables, everything.
I felt like crying. Cabbage, so much of them.
Because of bad roads.
Because of bad roads.
And these are people's money, their hard work, all down the drain. Tomorrow, we wonder why foodstuffs are expensive.
Nobody is holding the past administration responsible for not doing that road. They are here defending indefendable. The Nigeria where you invited a journalist who schooled in Chicago State University.
And he said a lot.
He said a lot. And Nigeria thought this has ended. They don't know. People are going to check who have the social security number of that Bola Ahmed Tinubu or that Bola Adeniji Tinubu that went to that school. Investigation is still going on. Things will come out. Let them don't jump. I don't want to talk about Loretta Onochie because that your sister. I don't know the people from that your side, Asari Dokobo. I don't know what they are drinking. Festus Kayamo. If I thought saying only Precious, they okay that side now. It go be like
I beg. Kill on do you. All right, Nick, I appreciate you. Hello, good evening to you.
Hello, good evening, Precious.
Yes, good evening, welcome. What's your name, sir? Where are you calling from?
My name is
XY.
My name is XYZ.
Oh, Mr. ABC, you're welcome. It's been a long time. How are you?
Yes, I try to just keep me on this local, this our politics.
Sorry. Go ahead.
I want to say something about this.
Can you help me turn up the volume of your radio set? I hear the whole back and it's not friendly.
Okay, can you hear me?
Go ahead.
I want to talk about this.
Go ahead, please.
I want to tell our people something. I think Abubakar came and addressed this country on the forgery on the CSU. Nobody. We did not see any APC Fulani or APC Hausa
absolutely
or APC come to attack at
Exactly.
You understand me?
Go ahead.
So when it comes to P2B, you might find out that we have all these are people from every angle coming to talk about P2B. That P2B is this, P2B is that. Oh my God. You know, it's really embarrassing seeing an Igbo person or even from your region talking about it because of more money.
Calm down, Mr. XYZ. What is the evidence that the person took money to say what they're saying now? You don't make unverifiable claims now.
Even I will do that statement. But I want to tell you that these people are just met. Coming down. Okay. Now, where are these people? Are they? Don't you think they are cowards? Why I use that word is this? Because if Atiku Abubakar cannot be criticized, coming coming front to tell the whole world about the certificate. Now, when P2B speak, you find out that P2B is the main reason why everybody is even gathering. No any other person. The interest of this our country is also on P2B. People attacking P2B are just attacking him for nothing. Now, look at what Onochie said about Anambra State. That he came and spoiled everything as if P2B was there when we have insecurity in the east.
All right. I appreciate you, Mr. ABC. Thank you so much. Thank you. Hello, good evening. Hello? Yes, good evening. Welcome. Oh, Mr. Tony Chukudi. You're welcome.
Yeah, how are you?
I'm very well. Very well. Thank you. Welcome. Go ahead.
Yeah. Good evening.
Good evening, my brother.
Precious. Nedu said maybe if he said that you are the only person that is good from that area, and then you shouted, no.
Why I no go shout?
But that's what
I no get people from there.
But that's what it looks like.
Okay, so apart from Asari Dokubo and it's the Loretta Onochie and probably a few pockets that you know, how many of them out of the millions of people from there do you know? How can you judge the character of everyone by a few?
I'm not judging. We are just talking because if you check Wiki, check this. So just look at them all.
And it is said that by their fruits you shall know them.
Okay. So why are we calling this woman again?
God almighty.
Why are we bringing this woman up again?
She's in the news, and my job is to bring up anything in the news. So go ahead and react. You can choose not to react to. You can choose not to react to her conversation. There are other things to react to.
Reacting to certain things.
And then you choose other topics to react to.
The thing I have said it the other day. The thing that I noticed is that there are some people, just like what somebody just said now. Why is it that nobody from the north is saying anything? All of them kept quiet, and we know why they kept quiet. So none of them is saying a word or has reacted, even in the same PDP, even in that Labour, even in that APC. None of them from the north has ever uttered a word about this. But at the end of the day, the problem is that Nigerians are suffering. Everybody is crying. Both those in abroad or those at home. It's not easy for everybody. And the only thing Nigeria, the woman and the man on the street there doesn't want to know about, they want to do about get their daily mail and take care of their family and send their children to school. But things has to be done in a very correct manner. For me, I don't want to talk about because I have seen it that somebody will come on a national television and will see white and is calling that in black. Like I said the other day, and I know all of them will never want neither somebody that is very close to them or their own children to have such a baggage. And moreover, it's just a very simple thing. If I am in that position, a high position, and my name is being tarnished by an institute, I will make sure I fight that institute to the core to clear my name. If the mistake is from them, I must make sure I give them that bomber to bomber what they have to do and put things right. If the mistake is from there, but if mistake is not from them, then it will be a different note together.
I appreciate you,
and that is the only thing. But for these people to continue to make Nigerians suffer, the roads, nobody is going to look at those are going from east to from Lagos to east. Look at what they suffer. And they are going to suffer worse. Those that might be going for Christmas, I hope if there will be those going because the thing is too hard now. So why can't they do the road? Why can't they repair all these things?
All right, I appreciate it, Mr. Tony. Thank you so much. Thank you. All right, I take a few WhatsApp messages. Remy from Makoka says, oh my goodness. All right, we'll take a little break. I will be right back to take your thoughts and reactions. Please stay with us.
It is the OG River Industrial Park, the biggest. Enugu State government is building a $40 billion economy, among which is the huge International Trade Center. It is the Oji River Industrial Park, the biggest in Africa, located in Ugwoba, few minutes drive to Nnamdi Azikiwe University, Oka, Anambra State. Oji River Industrial Park is financed by African Development Bank, International Finance Corporation, American Exim Bank, Bank of Industry, Infrastructure Development Bank, Central Bank, Taj Bank, Sukuk Funds, and Development Bank of Nigeria. It is time to invest. Don't wait. Oji River Industrial Park has over 150,000 shop spaces and business plaza with state-of-the-art security cameras, fire-resistant walls, hospitals, fast foods, recreational centers, steady power supply, residential spaces for workers and business owners. Indeed, it is time to invest. For more inquiries, visit ojiriveric.com.ng or call Anosike on 0813-180-1541, Jude 0903-194-9623, Adibo 0704-713-0361, Eva Patrick 0816-817-0210. This project is in partnership with Celeb School. Listen to Hot Critical.
Are you looking for the perfect getaway?
Look no further than the luxurious accommodations at Airport Golden Tulip Hotel, Lagos, number 42, Muritala Muhammad International Airport Road, Lagos.
Relax and unwind in a beautifully appointed rooms featuring all the amenities you need for a comfortable stay.
Whether you're traveling for business or pleasure, our attentive staff is here to ensure that your everyday need is met. We also offer complimentary pick-up and drop-off from the Lagos Airport.
Take advantage of our state-of-the-art fitness center, outdoor pool, and enjoy a delicious meal at our on-site restaurant.
With stunning views, world-class service, and a prime location, Airport Golden Tulip Hotel, Lagos is the perfect choice for your next vacation or business trip.
So, why wait? Book your stay today and experience ultimate in comfort and luxury at Airport Golden Tulip Hotel.
For bookings and reservations, please call 0815-8003-333 or 0815-7003-333. You can visit our website at airportgoldentuliphotel.com.
Airport Golden Tulip Hotel, where luxury meets comfort.
Attention broadcasters, independent producers, and content streamers. This is your chance to buy or sell quality content. At Africast 2023, the National Broadcasting Commission, NBC, will be launching the very first ever Nigerian TV and film content hub. Join us from the 24th to the 26th of October at the Marriott Hotel Ikeja, Lagos, and be part of a game-changing experience. Content Hub is your destination for content acquisitions, aggregation, licensing, and distribution of both local and international programs across for broadcasters in Nigeria. For more inquiries, visit www.africast.com.ng. Content Hub, your easy and affordable access to quality and affordable content. Don't miss out. The Africast Content Hub, brought to you by the National Broadcasting Commission, NBC, in collaboration with NIFS.
Lagos, you are welcome back. It is still 90.3 Voice of the People FM. Before we went on break, we have been looking at a couple of issues. We did tell you today that on our hot topic. Yes. CSU certificates, it's an insult calling out Tinubu APC Igbo group, tells Peter Obi. We also did tell you Atiku Obi made up Tinubu's identity crisis. President is very well known by Nigerians. This is according to the APC. Tinubu passionate about rebranding Nigeria, but Nigerians don't believe their leaders. Information Minister said so. And certificate forgery, Atiku Obi protest as BBC fact checkers clear Tinubu. And then we also did tell you that Onochie did say to Peter Obi, you can never become the president of Nigeria. Just in the news again this evening, LP factions bicker over Obi's names on NYC certificate. And then there's also this news right now breaking of CBN lifting forex ban on 43 items. I think I need to run those stories very quickly so you get. So the National Publicity Secretary of Lamidi Apapa led faction of the Labour Party, Abayomi Arabambi, and the spokesperson for the party's presidential campaign council, Yunus Atanku, have shared different views on the names written on the certificates of the party's presidential candidate, Peter Obi. Speaking in an interview with Africa's Independent Television Thursday today, Arabambi alleged that Obi had different names in his credentials from University of Nigeria Nsukka and the National Youth Service Corps discharge certificate. This comes after, Obi's press conference. Speaking, Arabambi said, "I was one of the people who did screening for him in the form EC9. We gave him, he wrote that he attended the University of Nigeria Nsukka, and he wrote that he finished his youth service, but unfortunately, in the final submission of the form, he only submitted his school certificate." Arabambi added, "So something is fishy, and I want to say the name the school sent, the name of the school sent for mobilization for the National Youth Service was not what was written on his NYC certificate, and he knows that." He added that we have before the Supreme Court his own petition, and the pleadings are not there. That's what this says. And then the father says, "You are not calling out someone to come and reveal his true identity. You unko about your own true identity." We are rushing because we had just a day to do our primaries, and then that was why he was able to get away with it. But we have it on record that Obi's name in his NYC certificate and the one in his University of Nigeria Nsukka certificate are different. That's what he said. But Tanko challenged Arabambi to show the proof of his allegations against Peter Obi, telling him, show the proof.
Exactly.
Yeah, so this is basically what it is.
Exactly.
Let me quickly go to the next story just before I let Mr. Darlington chime in on that, and then we'll take your calls because the phone lines have been ringing, and we need to take as much calls and reactions as possible so that we can go straight to a step-down conversation. So the Central Bank of Nigeria, good news, have lifted the ban on imports of 43 items restricted from Access Foreign Exchange on its official platform. It disclosed this in a statement titled "CBN Restates Commitment to Boost Liquidity in Forex Markets," signed by Director Corporate Communications Isa Abdul Mumin on Thursday today. Imports of 43 items previously restricted by the 2015 circular reference has now been lifted. Let me quickly let you in on those particular items so that I don't bore you with the rhetorics. What are those items again? They are quite plenty. Let me see if I can get straight to those items that have been lifted by apologies, I'm trying to see if I can get hold of that information very quickly. So the items that have been lifted are textiles, woven fabrics, clothes. That is, we cannot import clothes. Maybe your Krika Wake Up should be part of it too.
Try.
Clothes, plastics and rubbers, plastic and rubber products, polypropylene granules, cellophane wrappers and bags, soap and cosmetics, tomato paste. So we can now import tomato paste. It's not like all these things were not coming up, but they were under forex restriction, so you could not get forex to buy them. That means that made them more expensive, so we're looking forward to them being a bit cheaper now, since they'll be buying from direct CBN rate. Euro-bound foreign currency bond share purchase, piston crown, ball bearings, high voltage cables, transformer switch gears and gas cylinders were also on the list. Right, so they said, yes, the statement here, let me see if I could get the remaining of those items, because there are quite a lot of them, 43 of them they mentioned. So basically, some of these items mentioned now have been lifted from, Forex ban. Mr. Darlington, would you like to react quickly? Just short reaction before we go back to our comments. Sir?
Arabambi and her papa should go and sit down. He who alleges must prove. They challenged Obi and he proved himself before the media. And the media men have not come to contradict what Obi said. All these whatever, it doesn't hold water. All the schools Obi mentioned, they are all in Nigeria. Go there and authenticate what he said. It's as simple as that. All the schools Obi went to, from primary to university, they are all in Nigeria. Apapa and Arabami, please go and remove the log of food in your own eyes before expecting another.
All right, Mr. Darlington, let's go straight to call you.
Hold on. The forest.
Sorry. I'm coming. Hello, good evening to you. Welcome.
Yeah,
Nemeka, very quickly, go straight to the point. You're welcome.
Yeah, they greet you.
Well done, my brother.
Yeah, Madam Precious.
Sir?
But the one catch up my mind now is this ban lifted. Are they lifting all these bans? What are they showing? Are they encouraging the local industry to stand, or are they collapsing the local industry?
When the bans were not lifted, were these things now coming in? When the bans were there, when the ban was there, were these things not coming in? That's the question I'm asking. When the ban was there, were these things not coming into the country?
My dear, we are trying to encourage the local industry to stand.
I understand you, but I'm asking you the same question. I'm asking you. See, you don't even understand. Nigeria has a population of over 200 million. These local industries, how many are they? Can they cater for the needs of the entire Nigeria?
Listen to me.
What is their power?
Listen to me.
Go ahead.
Please. China. Are we up to China population?
1.4 billion.
Are we up to Indian population?
I wonder.
Is the business environment in Nigeria the same as China, Oga? Okay, so what's your point? They shouldn't have lifted the bans. Okay, go ahead.
I remember China showing us in 1980s the way the China would be to 2000, and they make it. Because they block everybody, and so their people go to farm, their people go to work.
Nemeka, can I ask you one question? Can I ask you one question? Just one question. One question. Since you banned importation of rice in Nigeria, how much rice have we been farming? How many times have you eaten local rice? Since we banned the importation, for me personally, I have been looking for local rice to buy. I can't see. Yes, go ahead and answer.
Can I answer that question?
Yes, please.
Can I answer that question?
Go ahead, please, very quickly. We don't have all the time.
The farmers in Nigeria, all of them are running away from their farmland because people are there attacking them. Put security in Nigeria. Solve insecurity problems first.
So since the security issue seems difficult to solve, is it since the security issue seems difficult to solve, removing the ban temporarily, is it such a bad thing?
If all these things are becoming difficult for us to stop, then
all right, I appreciate you. Thank you. Mr. Darlington, you wanted to say something about this.
Precious.
Sir?
Precious.
Sir?
Precious.
Sir?
In fact, it is going to get worse. Where is the forest to import all these things? Where? You had the scarcity of forest that everybody's, even fuel importers. Where is the forest? There is none. This is just to say that
I don't want to talk about my experience, Mr. Darlington. Did you know that? Did you know that?
Bro, where is it? This thing you said that they lifted, I am worried. It means that these people have no clue as to what to do. What happened to local industry, empowering local industry? What happened to it? Do you know that one person will just import 2 or 3 containers of any of these goods, and keep a factory in China or in India busy? Meanwhile, one person will bring 2 or 3 containers where over 1,000 people are working in a factory somewhere in China or in India. What have you done to our Nigerian economy?
Mr. Darlington, you're not even answering my question. The point I am making is, what is the business environment in Nigeria like?
Please.
What is it like doing business in Nigeria? It is difficult. You provide lights for yourself. You provide everything for yourself. There's almost double taxation. So,
hold on. I disagree with you. This is what you call failure of government. Meanwhile, they are promising you heaven and earth. You heard what your Minister of Information said, that he's going to do this. Everybody that talks now, Tinubu is leading us to promised land. So, empowering factories in foreign land, that is how we are going to get to promised land. The business environment where they are bringing this goods, is okay, Abi, but our own is not okay. Please, who done it? Whose fault is it? Tell me. We just talked about the goods that are rotting away on the highway.
Mr. Our phone lines, are busy. Let's go.
Because of bad road. You can see that you are not moving forward. You can see it now. Every time you say APC, you can see it now. I am not disappointed.
All right.
I am not.
Let's go to our phone lines. Hello, good evening to you.
Hello, good evening.
Good evening, welcome. What's your name, sir? Where are you calling from?
My name is Mazuda.
Mazuda, you're welcome. Very quickly, please. Go ahead, sir.
Please, Mr. Idiotic, I want him to tell his Oga, the president of Nigeria, that dollar today is 1,050 naira.
Hey.
Euro is 1,090 naira today. Pound almost 1,300. We should do something to get it. But I'm not surprised for what is happening because I've told Nigerians, even I said it here in this year, during the campaign, that nobody from PDP, no PDP that formed APC that will get Nigeria right. It's not them. All those people that pull out from PDP to join with Tinubu to form APC with Mohammed Buhari, none of them will have anything good to do for Nigeria because there is a reason why they formed that very party then. They don't form it for the betterment of Nigeria.
All right, I appreciate you. No, sir. You can't say all this. I appreciate it.
I'm not against anybody.
No. But you're accusing someone wrongly now without proof that I will listen. They did not form party for the betterment of Nigeria. So kindly wrap up, please, because we need to take more calls, please.
I'm not against anybody. I'm as free as anybody. Anything.
Right.
Okay. So, but I'm just telling you what is going on.
All
what nature.
Thank you so much. All right. Hello. Good evening.
Good evening.
Yes, you're welcome.
My name is Jonathan. I'm calling from UK.
Jonathan, you're welcome. Go ahead.
Yeah, good evening, Mr. Darlington. Yes, sir. So let me quickly jump on it. First of all, under the Mrs. Onochie saying that Obu will never become the president. I say is Onochie INEC. I don't know a problem. So and about the dollar and forex, that crisis will be there. As long as the government is, they are not ready to fix the necessary forex infrastructure, so we should forget that. Mr. Dalit, you have said something that excites me, that it will get worse, except we just want to play around it. So thank you very much, sir.
All right, thank you so much. I appreciate it. Let me run through my messages now because I have so many of them, so many messages, and it will be so unfair not to do justice to them. So, Remy from Akoka says, let's avoid all forms of distractions, gaslighting. The contention isn't whether Tinubu graduated from CSU. The crux of the matter is the certificate Tinubu submitted to INEC. Have you read the deposition? Yes, I guess. CSU under oath in a court of competent jurisdiction in the US said that Tinubu's certificate never emanated from them and they never issued a replacement. End of discussion. It is so appalling and not surprising though that BBC openly lied about a publicly available court document in order to defend Tinubu. BBC isn't a court of law. Atiku has debunked issues concerning his certificate in less than 24 hours. Tinubu should also speak of all of these issues around his neck. That's what he says. He said left the message open and before. Okay, I appreciate you. I had to go back to it, Remy. And then this says, Ogada Linton, you people should go and start a church with Obi as bishop. You are shouting that Tinubu to identify himself. Are you re-echoing the words of someone that you know that said he should go and do evangelism? As Obi cleared his position on religion war declaration, Obi threatened to sue People's Gazette for lying against him. It's 6 months and yet he has not done anything. Your brother is suffering from post-election trauma, and as Arise TV's Abati said earlier, Obi should consider evangelism. Yusi now says, honestly, Loretta Onochie's shame me. Don't mind her. She is seeking for a position. The way she sounds shows that they sent her to attack Obi. Loretta Onochie is not doesn't look like a good mother. That's what you're saying. Oh, good evening. Okay, my name is Precious, please. And he said, my mentor, Mr. Darlington, this woman, Loretta Onochie, I see she's confused. Why now? And she should go and trace her origin. Birds of the same feathers. What makes her to be talking like this is because she needs a job. Uzorechi from a Sherry sent in that message. And then from Adeyemi Kamuru from Satellite Town then says, Atiku Abubakar said P2B should Obi could not unseat a Buhari supposed by Tinubu. Now someone has successfully decided them they can individual do. I don't understand what you're sending here. Say, oh goodness me, please. All right, don't worry about that. You don't understand the way they wrote these things. Ezekiel from Ejigbo says, listening to Mr. Darlington and Mr. Anosike is always great. It's unfortunate all this shenanigans is happening under this government. Femi Falana was denied of his NYC certificate but never forged it, but made it known during the Oputa panel, which it was later given to him. Why is it difficult for the president to go to CSU for his original certificate before a one-time governor? They will be glad and proud of him as a former senator. He said, as for Loretta Onochie, it is unfortunate we've not asked her of the rice pyramid she was advertising. We see the fine rice. Precious, now you're consciously accepted and hereby informs us, your listeners, that Lady Loretta Onochie said was sarcastic. We're also to be sarcastic here in our utterances. That's what you said. You don't understand what I was saying. I was talking about what she said about Jupiter and all that. That was a sarcastic statement. Good evening, VOP. My name is Peter Waija, calling from Satellite, Lagos. What Mesoma did is a spiritual direction from God to judge Nigeria. He said, if there is a way they treated that girl case, is now God wants to direct our judges to treat another person's case. So God just deliberately made Mesoma to forge so that judges will get direction to treat forgery. Nigerians, And then this says, good evening, Precious and Mr. Atlantic. My question is, did she telling us that Tinubu won this election concerning certificate saga? Did BBC also telling us that CSU is lying, that the certificate is not from them? Even the school swear on oath for that matter. The question is, let the president come out to tell us where he got the certificate from. The one he submitted to INEC. If you ask APC supporters, they will tell you that so far as the school admitted that he attended the school, is it an issue? You, Precious, is it still an allegation that school made it clear that the certificate you said all now? Good evening, Precious. Did anyone did what P2B did? P2B is only a man that left office without collecting pension. And has anyone done what he did before? You know, that's what you said. And then he says, Precious, tell your guest that he should be ashamed of himself. By not understanding the phrase the woman used against Obi, she is making fool of Obi. Intelligent and reasonable Nigerians know what the woman meant. Benjamin from Apapa. But if you ask me really, you know, there are very intelligent ways you can actually abuse someone, insult someone without being uncouth. You don't really need to go to the gutters in your words to abuse someone, right? But let's even not talk about that now. Let's leave that. Good evening, Precious and Darlington. Thank you for the good job you are doing. I love the station. Gold Melon from Oshodi sent in that. Thank you, Gold. What a shame to see the doc selling out his popularity in defense of unrealistic situations. He said, I cannot believe that the BBC story put in place by Wasobia trials to deceive people. Try the three names in the Wasobia trials. Of course, no. This picture has shown a Mayogu's narrative. Oh my goodness, you guys will not kill me. And then this says, good evening, Precious. My name is Nnaemeka from Ejigbo. The woman just show that she doesn't have respect for herself. We just took look at them. Nigeria have become, you say, an animal farm. Chapter. All right, I appreciate you. Thank you. Please. All right. Good evening, Precious. Nigeria is bleeding on all, and all our politicians are defending its certificate. I work in a public hospital, and there is an increasing trend in suicidal attempts, and potentials are finding it difficult to buy, and patients rather are finding it difficult to buy needed medications. Many would even discharge themselves against medical advice because of money. Nigeria need help. Dr. Chris from Mondo. Dr. Chris, thank you for this. So I just lost a very loved one as a result of medical negligence in Nigeria. Medical negligence. And there is no better way to put it, just because we are short-staffed. That is, our medical field in Nigeria, they're short-staffed. There is no... If I just pray, may small sickness not do you for this country. That is just what I'm begging you.
Their chairman
just pray so you don't fall sick at all. It is that terrible. People die unnecessarily for issues that they shouldn't die for. Don't even remind me of
They
that.
litter them along the corridor.
Right.
And people are matching them.
Oba Fidelis from Alimosho says, beautiful Queen Precious and Darlington, barrister of the year. Good evening. Please, the so-called Igbo group want to collect their own share from and Loretta Onochie is jobless. BBC reporter is not investigative with their reporting. Obi was accused of his university certificate. He clears himself immediately, including Atiku. Please, why can't your president talk? At least address us after this issue. Who owes the social security number that he used? You said a lot. I quit. Good evening. Please, can BBC explain to the whole world who is the owner of the social security number in the Chicago State University certificate deposition, right? Or the documents that they released, and what concerned BBC with Tinubu certificate forgery? Although BBC is just like Nigeria's television authority NTA, that nobody is wasting time to watch. Leo from Lagos. Leo, you're not nice at all. I think we need to realize that it is the duty of any president to answer to his people. There is no idiotic request in asking for clarity from an employer to an employee. We have given so much hype to these people that they feel we, the people, should lie on the ground and they walk past us and start sending that message. And it says, my problem with Peter Obi sometimes is that he responds to some things that are not necessary, leaving himself open for mischief makers, charlatans, and clowns to drag his name around and attacking his personality. Peter Obi should stop falling for these cheap tricks by petty, mischievous opposition imps. Ew. Calm down now. Precious, Mr. Peter Anosike yesterday has described well who she is. A disgrace to womanhood, parental failure at work. I don't think anyone should pay attention to that one whose name is not worth mentioning. Ew. Now, wow for you. You're just below the belt, man. All right, a few about messages. This says today, many scandals of the president, like certificate forgery, narcotic issues, allegedly. I think he should. Okay, because of the embarrassment. Laure from Egwuatu says another reason for me to believe that anything that Nigerians affiliate can be corrupt and fraudulent. I'm not surprised that BBC Nigeria can put this news together. After all, it's BBC Nigeria, not BBC UK. It's not Nigeria, BBC Africa. Chinedu from Badagry says, good evening, P. And dear Mr. Darlington, you can hear the dirt. Okay, so this says, you can hear out the dirty language of this Amebo. He looks like, okay, he said, what she is saying about this sagacious P2B, well, I know you will not read my message. If I go on to describe the job-seeking Maruda, Onochie, she should go and rest with her grabs from Buhari's administration. Her time has expired. Enough of her language shame. That's what you said. All right, I'll go back to my phone lines now. Hello, good evening, sir. Hello.
Good evening.
Good evening, welcome. What's your name, sir? Where are you calling from?
My name is Ifesinachi Okereke.
Ifesinachi, you're welcome. You're welcome. Go ahead, please. Thank you.
It is very, very sad that at this time we are still wasting our time or spending our time in discussing about this forgery issue when the thing is very, very clear and straightforward. And also it is very, very sad that our media people, both the radios and the TV, to my own understanding, I don't think they have actually read the position from the Chicago State University. Because if they have, they will not allow somebody to come into their station and tell them things just because they just want to say something. I went to secondary school in Nigeria. I left Nigeria a week after my WAEC. I did not even collect my WAEC result. WAEC result wasn't out. I left Nigeria. Then I came to Maryland, Baltimore, Maryland. My uncle took me to the school, college, Baltimore City Community College, where I sat for their entrance exam. I passed the exam, and I decided, okay, this is the course that I want to do. The school gives you a roadmap, courses that you will take in order to graduate. You cannot skip one and move to the upper one. You have to take all of them.
Exactly.
If you fail it, you have to retake it again.
Exactly.
And then that is how I did it, and I graduated. But if the radio and the TV people have read the deposition from the Chicago State University, you will understand that whether it's Tinubu or whether not the lady, whoever who has that certificate or what,
there is a carryover.
Graduate. It did not graduate. You cannot graduate when you have not passed all the classes.
All your courses.
On your, yes. The person did not pass English. And then they cannot find how this person paid their school fees. You can pay your school fees, either school financial aid, school loan, scholarship, out of pocket. You cannot. And there are so many errors in that. How can one person make different errors? Assuming it was one, you will have understand. There's so many. Yes, they did not ask me up to now. I graduated 2016. They did not ask me about my Nigerian certificate. Trust me, they did not ask me.
Thank you.
That.
Thank you
I can
so
say
much.
that to them. So we should start not allow people to read. You people on the radio, on the TV should read this thing so that when people are talking, they will not come here and distinct Nigerians. Nigerians don't have time to read those things. They don't have time to read it. They are looking at people on radio, TV, YouTube videos, bloggers. That's what they are looking at. And that is so annoying that we will see white because of our own selfishness. I'm not a fan of Tinubu. I'm not a fan of TPTB. I'm not a fan of Atiku. But if you see truth, say truth. And then to Atiku thinks that if they disqualify Tinubu and he will become the president, no, it's not going to work like that. Because let's say they disqualify Tinubu because of he did not make the constitution and all those things. What about Atiku who did not get 25% of Abuja? So because of that, they will come and burn constitution on your own side. Let supporters should also think about this thing. It doesn't work like that. If he disqualified Tinubu because he did not make the constitution, also he disqualified Atiku because he did not make the constitution.
But P2P did not win up to 25 states too. So that means none of them won the election if that's the case. Hello?
But
it's good for you to balance it when you're talking. He did not win by the election. If you go by what the election is, he did not also win at 2/3.
They appeared at P2B fine. I'm not sure if it is true, but from what I understood, he actually right now he said that he won the election and he's going to prove it. That is the appeal. I'm not sure if that is true. But before he said the election was fraudulent. He did not say I won the election.
All right.
He said the election was.
All right. Appreciate. We need time to talk to others, please. I appreciate you. Thank you very much.
Right.
Thank you. Bye. All right. Okay. So, Mr. Darlington, I don't know if you've heard this news about the NBC boss, Balarabe Ilila, saying that they want to, regulate social media. So, the National Broadcasting Commission, NBC, says it has sent a bill for the regulation of social media to the National Assembly. The regulation is seeking to repeal and reenact the NBC Act Cap L11 laws of the Federation of Nigeria 2004. NBC Director General Balarabe Ilila disclosed this, I think the day before yesterday. So he said, we want to tell you that a bill for an act to repeal and amend the National Broadcasting Commission cap laws of the Federation of Nigeria 2004 to accommodate the transition from analog to digital broadcasting service, also to promote quality audio and video efficiency management and broadcasting institutions. Well, he did mention social media. He said all of these that are mentioned not captured in the present stuff. So he did mention that it will also affect this social media. I at different occasions, we have been trying to, put laws to regulate the social media. The Buhari's administration tried it. The Dele Alaki mentioned it, during his screening, that they would tinker with, making laws that would regulate the social media. And now again, we're hearing it from the NBC voice. Do you think that it may indeed be a reality, the regulation of social media?
If what Ilela is saying is the fact and the truth, there's no problem, because information technology is changing by the day. He said that we are moving from analog to...
No, that is so digitalization of broadcasting has been a thing since. In fact, they've been filling the deadline.
Good.
And I'm sorry to say, most of the government-owned stations are the ones that are even behind. More than private-owned stations.
Exactly.
So it's been a thing.
Yeah, so they want to capture everything now. That
and join new media, which is the social media, together with it.
Exactly. So if it is not to guard any media house, there's no problem.
So, Mr. Darlington, why that seems to be a problem? The social media has been largely the platform that allows people to actually be able to say their mind, right? Because the reason why I stop people from saying the things that some things here is because this medium is regulated. So you say something. Now, according to the NBC code, I am not, as a presenter, supposed to have an opinion. It is a crime. According to the NBC code, as according to the NBC code, I cannot let you say a word that will look as if you're abusing someone. You, my guest, I would not even let the callers say a word that sounds like an abuse or sound like they are relegating.
Like Loreto Onochie,
or like they're relegating any body or group or party, or you're making somebody, or you're trying to make the people hate a particular group. And you know that hate to you and hate to me is not the same thing. It can be relative. So tomorrow now, somebody can say that thing that your guest said was pushing hate against me, so it's not a crime. Do you understand? So that's why some things you want to say, or some things scholars won't try to say in this platform, I say no, you can't say that. It's not because I don't want to have you say. It's because these are the laws guiding this particular job. So if they bring this same policy to social media, that means you cannot tweet anything anyhow. You cannot respond to tweets anyhow. But you cannot post on Facebook or Twitter and say anything. What have we done to ourselves?
No, if that is where they are going,
that is what regulation is now. Regulation is putting laws of what you can do and not do, which are the kind of laws that we already have already existing in radio.
Look, do you know that this social media has helped the government in many cases? Most of the crime that have been busted by the police, do you know that it is when they read it on social media and all that, when they see live streams on the spot pictures of what is going on, then they will pick it up. Are you aware of that? So if they do what they want to do, they'll be shooting themselves on their right foot too, because Tinubu have media houses. He has media houses.
Not social media. All right.
All of them are on social media now. All of them are. So where would they now be getting their news? How would they be streaming? There are things that they are posting, even from their mainstream media, that they go into the social media. They cannot go far with that. They can't go far. It's not possible. I believe that there should be regulation, but not to gouge people from speaking out. Because let me tell you, I have said it before, one of the reasons why Nigeria have not imploded is because of this, allowing people to vent their anger. I'm telling you, when you don't allow people to express their feelings, that anger will be building up in their mind, and they may take it out anytime. And you begin to ask yourself, how did Nigeria become this wicked? How did they become this aggressive?
All right, Mr. Darlington, let's quickly go back to
allowing them to express their feelings that will help them to calm down.
All right, thank you. Hello, good evening to you. No, you're not ready to talk to us, and we don't even have the time to wait for you. Hello, good evening to you.
Hello, good evening.
Can you help me turn off the volume of your radio, please? Welcome.
Yeah, can you hear me now?
Go ahead. What's your name, sir? Where are you calling from?
Yeah, Sister Precious. This is Sister Easy calling.
All right, Mr. Easy, go ahead very quickly, please.
Yeah, I just want to ask a question regarding this results of the things. In this BBC, they brought their own results, their own reports, and then Chicago State also brought their own reports. Now, which one are we going to take among these two results, and which person among them is a media and a school as in school, as in that belongs to the school. Which reports are we going to take among these two parties?
All right, appreciate you. Thank you.
Now,
okay, so bottom line is that go ahead.
Let us not go far.
Okay.
The only authentic report and results is the one from CSU, which they deposed before a court in the United States. Every other thing is secondary and irrelevant. BBC can take their report to Tinubu, whatever he wants to do with it. It doesn't concern anybody. They are speaking for themselves, not for Nigerians. The court have done the needful, and that's what we are holding on to.
All right. So taking a few messages here. Godfrey from Surulere says, Precious, the BBC sudden interest in Tinubu's matter is, to me, suspicious. Are you seeing the Tinubu's media aids recruitment that keeps expanding by the day? I would suggest that David Hunde throws his satellites to see if something has exchanged hands with the BBC. And I'm going to do the work for you. Bamidele from Ikorodu then says, since Atiku could go to the extent of digging out Tinubu certificate saga, why is it impossible for him to look for his 1979 graduate of Chicago State University that would come out to debunk Tinubu's claim that he graduated from the school? I don't understand what you're saying. I don't understand. Okay. All right. And this says, hi guys, the studio. Britain are big complicit of it's a group or some persons who have been indeed induced that carried out that report on behalf of BBC on their own version of CSU. And for the names, 8 or 10% can never be the same name. And then he said, but the only thing the Western world hold onto is the date of birth and month, period. Well, you said a lot and I appreciate you. Thank you so much. And then I go for the tumult messages because I have a lot of them. Okay. My people, what I want to say is this country can be better. Take for instance, OBJ take people complain, Yaradua take people complain, people are complaining, good luck, people are complaining now too, we're complaining. Well, we'll see complain. Americans have been complaining. Everybody, every country they've been complaining. So it's the same thing. Precious, you always ask callers to contribute for evidence when they want to voice their opinion, but you will read all sorts of things from the APC people without bringing proof or evidence. I put it to you that you're not doing the best of your job. Most times seems to be supporting the party in power. Please tell Mr. Tinubu to do the honorable thing. Nigeria, this is an international embarrassment. I came from Ejigbo. Thank you for giving me uppercuts. I appreciate you. In Western and civilized nations, if you cannot afford to do so, that means you are not ready to serve the people, and you will not be tolerated. I think you're talking about resigning or do the honorable thing. And Ulu from Badagry says, Precious, Larissa said the truth, nothing but the truth. Truth about what, really? I don't understand, but let me just all right, the message is plenty. This is AY from Mushi. Precious, I'm tired of hearing Nigerians are dying, Nigerians are hungry, Nigerians are this and that. Anytime I hear anyone saying this, Nigerians are hungry, I always feel like breaking a bottle on his or her head. Why violence? You say why? The reason is that there is a saying that that says a hungry man is an angry man. The question now is, are Nigerians angry? The answer is no, because we are not hungry. When Nigerians are truly hungry, when Nigerians will truly be hungry, they go do the needful. Is that where you're going to? You scared me with that, buddy. Okay, so this says, Madam Precious, what did I do to you? Please, can you confirm the BBC investigation that went to investigate with the CSU? Mr. Tony, leave me. Good evening, Precious. Read one from Mushi. Help me ask about the student loans. Namomudi trust APC government. Why are you guys like this now? Good evening, Mr. Darlington. Rita Onochie is not speaking based on a better Nigeria. She didn't say any good about P2B, meaning she is seeking for an appointment thereabout. Ikena from Elasama just sent that. Apologies, I had to summarize your messages. If your message is lengthy, I can't take it because we're out of time. Precious, how are you doing? I asked for you yesterday, Mr. Darlington. I greet you. Baba Sowe and Alaba should go and sit down, and they are ashamed of themselves. Tinubu is just doing tumbon and hardship is on the highway. He accused Buhari of not knowing how to run a government. Now, what are we in? Well, you said a lot, Emperor. I appreciate you. I'm sorry I had to also summarize your message. And your friend, Mr. Darlington, Ola from Chicago, saying, may God give you more strength to talk about Nigeria. I am tired of all this. God bless you, Nigeria. Allah sent in that message. And then Ima from Festac says, you used to tell us Arabambi and Apapa may not possibly be working for APC. Now I think it's clear that they do. They don't need proof for this in court.
I wonder.
You said a lot. I appreciate you guys. All right. This is who again? This is Green. Green says an opinion from other than what the obedience wants to hear is a lie, and they call them fascist. You are fighting, but you people reaction is proving this. All right. Mark from Agege says, good evening, dear Madam Precious. You are giving excuses to the government on the forex issue of things they accused. Is the same excuse that was given to the government that cheap petrol is taken out of the country and sold to other countries. They didn't have the intelligence to understand that they are implicating themselves. Who guards the borders? Is it me or my family? It's my father that have just been buried. He's the one guarding it. Precious, and when it comes to insults and directing, you guys should rest. You guys should rest. I appreciate it. Good evening, Madam Precious. I'm Mr. Darlington. My question is, all the gallant defenders is, why are they defending someone's credibility here on earth when they know that they can't also defend the person before God? Could it be material gains? Hellfire. Is it hellfire go fusha? His hellfire is loading. All right, Lagos, let's take a quick breather. We have something interesting to talk about on our step down conversation, and I would really love to ask the question: what is too much? What kind of punishment is too much to give to a child? So, a particular boy, a young boy, a 19-year-old boy, beat his younger brother to stupor. Beat him, so they even dig ground, bury him. He brought out his hair alone. He beat him to stupor because the mother asked him to discipline the boy because the boy stole 1,000 naira. So we're asking, what punishment is too much for you to give to a child? That is our step down conversation. Because we'll be right back. This is still 90.3 Voice of the People FM, and it is the Evening Rush. Stay with us. We'll be right back.
nke na-akpọta ugbu a n'Enugu steeti dịka gọọmenti Enugu chọrọ iji ijeri $40 billion were wulite akụnụba n'ala Igbo bụkwa nke Oji River Industrial Park so n'otu n'ime ya. Oji River Industrial Park bụ ụkpụrụ pụrụ iche gọọmenti steeti Enugu chọrọ iji kwalite akụnụba n'ala Igbo. Ọ bụ ndị Sellers Group na-arụ ahịa bụkwa nke ga-abụ ọkaibe na mba Afrịka gbaa gburugburu. Ọ bụ n'ugwu ọba bụkwa nke dị nso na Nnamdi Azikiwe University Ọka ka a ga-arụ ya. Ọ ga-abụ ahịa ihe niile ga-anọ n'otu ebe, matakwa na a ga-ebulu ọdụ ụgbọelu Akanibiam International Airport Enugu bụkwa nke ga-eme ka ngwa ahịa na-esi na mba ofesi na-abata ma na-apụkwa. Ndị ji ego na-akwado ụlọ ahịa gụnyere African Development Bank, International Finance Corporation, American Exim Bank, Bank of Industry, Infrastructure Development Bank, Central Bank, Taj Bank, Sukuk Funds nakwa Development Bank of Nigeria. Maka ịmata ihe ndị ọzọ n'uju gaa na ojiriveric.com.ng maọbụ gaa kpọtụrụ nọsị ike na 08131801541, Jude 0903-194-9623, Adigbo 070-471-30361, Elder Patrick 0816-817-0210. Ọ bụ ha na ndị Sellers Group na-arụkọ Oji River Industrial Park. Nke a bụ nke anyị.
The award-winning. Listen to hot critical analysis and top trending topics of the day. Join Precious Monday to Friday, 7 to 9 p.m. on The Evening Rush.
You are welcome back. It is still 90.3 Voice of the People FM. It is 26 minutes pursuing the 9 p.m. mark, and this is still the show, The Evening Rush with your girl Precious. Forgive me, the messages today are up more. Like my mouth is almost paining me. I still have over 100 messages I'm yet to read. So if I haven't read your message, please forgive me. And that's because we're done with that segment of conversation. So let's move to our next segment, which is our step down segment. So a 19-year-old boy beats his stepbrother to stupor and buried him alive for allegedly stealing 1,000 naira. This happened in Nigeria, not in Ghana, not in South Africa, in Nigeria. Kogi State Command has arrested Goodness Ushodi, a 19-year-old boy who allegedly buried his stepbrother, Friday Ushodi, for stealing 1,000 naira. The incident happened Tuesday, day before yesterday evening, October 10, 2023, at Apami Shede community in Adavi local government area of the state. Now, the victim was, however, lucky to have been rescued by neighbors. According to eyewitnesses' account, Goodness mother, that is the mother of Goodness, had directed him to punish Friday for stealing her 1,000 naira. So that is the stepmother that said that her son should punish his stepbrother for stealing her money. According to eyewitness, okay, so the victim was, however, lucky to have been rescued by neighbors, right? Yes, it was gathered that Goodness beat Friday to stupor before buried him alive. Speaking on why he buried his brother alive, Goodness said he was only carrying out the instructions of their mother, who asked him to punish his brother for stealing her 1,000 naira and try to run away when it's what he normally does. According to him, the mother who instructed him to punish Friday was away to church when he buried him alive. Spokesman to the command, SP William Aya, also confirmed this and said the boy has been arrested and undergoing interrogation. Yes, we are aware of this situation. Let me play you a little bit of sound from that conversation. I wish you can see the video anyway, because that video is totally gory. You don't even want to see it, how the boy looks, and first of all, how they buried him alive. And this is not even a joke. He was actually buried alive. I don't know why this video is now taking time to load. Don't embarrass me now that I'm trying to load you up now. Okay, so Mr. Darlington, would you like to chime in on that while we wait for the video to load for us to play it?
Precious, sir? Please, you know.
Okay, I think we're ready for the video.
Your father there where?
He said no, that father's not there. He's shaking his head.
How you go bury woman be like this? How you take burial? You say you think he don't die, abi? But why do you do that? Why do you bury him alive?
When I send down,
It is money. The last time we go to he spent 2 months.
That's why you buried him alive. That's why you buried him alive. That's why you buried this boy. And you think it's your brother, babe?
He's your brother. Your mom there where?
Your mom there where?
Face me.
Now.
Your as them bury as soon as
Uncle, please. As the young man crying while buried on the ground. His head is out, but his entire body, including his neck, is inside. It's only his head that is out. Yes, he's the one saying, Uncle, please. Uncle, please. You can hear that. Uncle, please.
And the man was still burying him.
He's in the ground. With this video, he's actually inside the ground. He was buried straight, and it's only his neck that is up. All right, Lagos, our phone lines are open. Let's take your thoughts, your reactions on this conversation. What is too much, Mr. Darlington?
This is more than.
Remember, he stole 1,000 naira. And they said the last time he stole money like that, he disappeared from the house for 1 week. And this young boy looks not less than 13. Or not more than 13, rather.
Precious.
Yes.
This is poverty and lack of parental care. The mother is not in that house. You can see, the mother is not in that house. So she's more like a slave. The 19-year-old boy, does he want to tell me that he had never done something worse in that house? And who punished him? Look, there are certain idiosyncrasies you can associate with boys of that age. They do some of these pranks. It is part of growing up. They play some of these pranks. And I'm sure if that boy is well taken care of, he will not be going through all this stealing money. Apparently, he did it out of hunger. If they have been taking care of that boy, he won't go that far. He won't go through that route. What will he do with money? Is it not to go and buy food? If they are taking care of him, he won't go through that route. That is my own understanding. In fact, not only the boy, they should arrest the mother too, because she was the one that gave order. Under vicarious liability, the woman is liable too. She gave the order according to the boy. So the police should wait for her to come back from church. Then they will pick her too. Because I understand she went to church. They should arrest her too, and then give them maximum punishment. What are they telling me? There is no child of that age who did not play pranks. It's part of growing up. All you need to do, manage them. They will outgrow it. Nobody who of that age who did not play those pranks.
So he's stealing a prank now.
What stealing?
He's stealing
under what condition? Did he go and steal outside? These other people that take their own money, they don't call it stealing. They say he took my mother's money. Do you know how many times my own money disappeared in my own house? Did I go and call police? When I discover, I will tell them, well, your pocket money is gone for the week. We will sort it out. What do you want me to do? Is it not better they take my money than to go and take the one outside? I should go and kill somebody, Abi? No, there's no excuse for what they did. No excuse at all. In fact, they should even throw the boy inside let him have the same experience now. That's what they should have done. If the mother of that boy is in that house, will they treat him like that?
All right, let me open the phone lines now. Hello, good evening to you.
Yeah, hello. Is that VOP?
Yes, this is VOP.
Yeah,
please help us go straight to the
point. My name is Ike. I'm calling from London. What I'm saying is that the lady that made press conference said that she's a leader of Igbos.
No.
Whatever
I'm so sorry. We're done with that conversation. We're actually on our step down conversation now, please. Please,
step down.
Oh man, no point. Then I don't need your step down.
It's okay, thank you. I appreciate you. Thank you. It's totally okay for you not to need.
All right, bye. Because Lolita Onochie, but excuse me, Lolita Onochie, why are you guys giving that woman audience? What have she done to Nigeria? Who is she? We don't even know why you guys are picking on whatever she said. She's nobody to Nigeria. She haven't done anybody. It's irrelevant. So I don't know why press are picking on whatever she said. That woman there's nothing positive she has done to Nigeria. So I'm surprised you press people are picking up on whatever she said, making her look important to Nigeria. No, just tell me. No. Tell me one thing she have done to Nigeria as an individual.
It's good. We keep the record. We want to keep the record because of tomorrow.
All right,
no. She's not. She can't do anything more than this because it's not gonna hold any position. Even the position they gave her under is
time that we used to use and answer a step down conversation. Leave us. Let's take care of our step down, please. Thank you.
I know that one day he will want to rule Delta State.
Thank you so much. I appreciate it. All right, phone lines are still open, please. 0700 903 903 903 0700 903 9039. So we're asking, what punishment is too much to give to a child, considering what this child has just gone through, and also considering the gravity of his crime? Hello, good evening. Yes, good evening and welcome. No, help me turn up the volume of your radio set, please.
I'm Isaac. They call from Korodu.
Isaac, welcome. Oh yeah, go ahead.
In fact, that boy that buried that boy alive, in fact, they should jail him for life in prison. Life in prison. That is the sentence.
All right, thank you so much. You just end them. You don't. He's the court and the judge and the jury. He's in a prison, life imprisonment. Now waiting fit the guy. Full stop. All right, I take a few messages here. Yusi from Ijego says this is unbelievable. Sue has more harm than good. Imagine because of 1K. They say APCU has done us more harm than good. Imagine because of 1K. Now the hunger this government brought upon us, and I don't harden this woman had to make the one make you kill the boy.
I'm telling you,
maybe that to go extra mile.
That is what they have, and the boy took it.
Yes, and that says, okay.
And the boy took it to take care of himself.
All right. Hello. Good evening to you.
Hello.
Yes. Good evening.
Good evening, VOP. My name is Ikechuku calling from Ajawu.
Ikechuku, you're welcome. Go ahead.
What I want to say is that this thing that happened is just the same scenario that happened in this northern side where by a pregnant woman beat the child, the step child to death.
almost the same thing. What I suggest here is
frustration.
Hello.
Go ahead.
You.
This boy needs more punishment. They need to, go to, a jail, and the mother, needs also to punish by telling the brother
to go ahead with that kind of punishment.
The step.
So in your opinion, considering that the boy stole money and they said he had taken money like that before, and when he did, he disappeared from the house. This young boy does not look up to 15. He's very, if not that, I don't know if he's stunted growth. A child I have that is just 11 years old is way bigger than him, so he looks very young, right? So what kind of punishment do you think is appropriate to give to a child that commits such a crime?
Is he not part of the family? I just concur with what my brother Darlington said. I just concur with him that why did you even allow your biological son to beat your step child? That woman is bad.
All right,
even allowing the stepchild,
Thank you.
To beat the stepchild.
Thank you so much. Appreciate. Thank you so much. Appreciate you.
Such punishment as kneel down, raise up your hand, close your eyes.
Yes, please. Help us turn up the volume of your radio set. Can you help us turn up the volume of your radio sets?
Hello.
Unfortunately, we can't wait for you forever. Sorry. Hello. Good evening. Hello.
Good evening.
Yes. Good evening, please. What's your name? Where are you calling from?
I'm Ayinde.
Mr. Ayinde, can you help us turn up the volume of your radio so that I can hear a whole back?
I'm calling from Iglodo.
Go ahead, please.
Yeah, Mr. Darlington.
Well done.
I don't know how to pray for you.
Just go ahead and contribute to our step down conversation, sir. Please, we don't have all the time.
I just want to go to
you want to pray for me now?
Right.
God, pray your prayer.
I wish I have enough time to pray for you.
Pray. I want that prayer. Not my heart.
True Nigeria.
I want that prayer.
True Nigeria. Oh God! Whoever that is against whatever you say, we should consider that person a fourth Nigeria.
Exactly.
You are the best Nigeria I've ever known. God bless you.
I appreciate it.
I have enough to say, but I've said most of it also. God bless you.
Thank you. Thank you. All right, I take a few messages now. This says, this says, if this uncle grew up, he said, okay, so if this uncle grew up, no one is safe around him now. Upcoming Boko Haram be this one. So that's what this person says. And then he says, please, okay. All right. This says, gift from Mushi said, the mother needs to be arrested. Please let me see the video of end of the world. Okay, I'm sorry. That media is actually on social media, so you can look it up. Good evening, Precious and Mr. Darlington. My name is Godwin. If that boy that buried his stepbrother alive is up to 18, he's 19 years old.
He's
and that's
19
why he's been arrested.
Years now.
Then
he can go to jail.
Yes, then he should get 25 years life imprisonment because that's attempted murder. In my opinion, that's what you said.
Even in Lagos, there's a strong law against abuse of minors. There's a very strong law. You know, you remember the little girl, mommy calm down, that Sanwo-Olu had to take up the responsibility of taking care of that girl. There is a very strong law. I don't know what is obtainable in Kogi State, but this is very bad. Very, very bad. I'm telling you that the police should view this thing with seriousness to teach that boy a lesson. Woman being alive.
Akochinyera, I got your message. You know the boy did not die, and I appreciate you, Akochinyera. And this says, hi, Precious, it's divine. Again, this is strictly a mental health issue, and lots of Nigerians go through these things like this and end up saying the devil made them do this. We had better started seeing therapists to curb all this in the part of the world before it becomes too late to control. Therapists, we teach money. Now you go sponsor them. Person never chop food. 1,000 naira make person the vex. You say therapist. Now you go pay for the therapist. Why can't he punish the boy instead of trying to kill the boy? Let him sentence him to life imprisonment. That's what. Let them sentence him to life imprisonment. Good evening again. I remain Peter Anwajia, and that woman is wicked, and I believe that child is not her child directly. And now that the child acted on which instruction, please. Why would they take that boy went to the message from the woman before she would kill her son? You said a lot. I appreciate you. Thank you so much. And then this also did say, good evening, precious. Mr. Darlington, see, the boy has been stealing before, but the punishment they gave the boy is inhuman. Sometimes use the error of our children to cancel them. You don't understand. That's why I'm asking this question. What kind of punishment is enough for that kind of crime he committed? Yes, he stole before, or he's stolen before, according to that statement.
Yes, and I'm telling you, it is how you treat a child that will determine the direction he will go. If that child is taken care of in a good home, what will he do with the money? Is it not to go and buy food? That child will look hungry. Don't rule it out. And being a stepson, they must have been maltreating him in that house. I'm sure he's not properly fed. So when you blame the child, you blame the lack of parental care. Because at his age, he needs care. Nobody is caring for him. That is the truth.
All right. So this says, good evening, precious Mr. Darlington. Once more, I wish I could help that boy. Please, Nigerians should help him out of that evil house.
I'm telling you.
And Sebastian says, this is my radio response to your step-down conversation. Thanks. Mr. Sebastian, I don't know if I have all the time to play, but let's see if we can just play very quickly.
Yeah, good evening again, Sister Precious and Barry. Step down conversation this evening. I think that family, they lack love. I can say probably 80% of family like that. Theft is a possibility, and what normally leads to that is hunger. So, and there's no love in the relation in the family, because why would the mother ask her son to discipline a stepson? So just looking at it from the face value, it shows that the stepmother have no love for that stepson, and knowing the antecedent of her own son and how far he can go to discipline the boy. He probably did it before or similar thing, and she liked it. So, and she going to church. This is what I keep saying. You are going to church, and the church is not in you, and Christ is not living inside of you.
Thank you, Mr. Sebastian. Mr. Sebastian, by the way, thank you so much. Akuchinyeri sends her thanks. I appreciate. Thank you very much. Thank you so much. That makes a lot. And then this says, evening. You say, okay. This one say, even me don't steal my parents' money before. Now only punishment I collect. Nobody tried to bury me alive. This one fear me. So you said they inside this WhatsApp group.
I said everybody played that pranks. What are you telling me?
All right, let me take a few more calls. Hello, good evening to you. Hello, are you there? Good evening. Have I lost you? Good evening. Unfortunately, I've lost you.
They are hardening that boy. They will harden him.
Because I'm wondering what the psychological effect
they will
will be on him.
If that boy grew up in that house, they will see hell.
Hello, good evening.
Hello.
Yes, good evening.
Good evening, Sister Precious. How are you?
I'm fine, thank you. Go ahead, please, very quickly.
Uncle Darlington, I greet.
Well done, my brother.
Yeah, I beg this issue get us a bill. Somebody collect 1,000 naira, they bury him alive. Somebody work for a certificate, waiting they could do them. Make we know how they do this country. This country now for all of us. Not only for small people, we don't get anything. Now in the law they speak on. It's not too good. It's not too good though, because one day people fit explode. They not gonna know the thing will cause them. Small thing like this, they say make the killing mess over. Now another small picking, now they say make the kill them because it take 1,000 naira.
Thank you so much.
And the people they commit the high crime and nothing is being done to them.
Thank you. Thank you so much. All right. Okay, so I'll go to some WhatsApp messages, YouTube messages very quickly. Kene Ezike says, why will a parent leave the punishment of a child to another sibling? I don't even know. Good evening, precious Mr. Darlington. I wish I could help that boy. Please, Nigerians should please help him more. And Chia Ebuka says, my loaded precious, how are you doing? Which this story is so pathetic. He said this story is so pathetic, and I think this punishment is just punishment taken too far. Thank you so much to everyone who's contributed on the show. Mr. Darlington, I'm not going to tell you final thoughts. You don't finish all your thoughts. Finish. No final.
Are you sure?
No final inside the thought again.
No, I want to greet you and Onochie.
All right, thank you to everyone who's been a part of the show. I appreciate you a whole lot. My name is Precious Enyi. This show is produced by Promise Enyi. Catch her up on Facebook at Promise Enyi. On Instagram, she's at Zinefab. Zinefab is spelled Zinefab. My name is Precious, and on Instagram, I'm at Precious Enyi. Official Enyi is spelled ENYI, by the way. And on Twitter, I'm at Precious_Enyi. You can also look me up on YouTube at Precious Enyi TV, right? Darlington and I cooks a lot of stuff on, Instagram. Did I say Instagram? On YouTube. So he's at Precious Enyi TV on YouTube. I'll see you guys again, hopefully tomorrow. God bless you and have yourself an amazing day.